try it. Chill stream. I like it. Let's do it. Okay. Hi, everybody. Yeah. As always, we do have multiple social media platforms. If you want to sub, like, do all the things, we greatly appreciate it. My Twitter is @ShayLaEstrella. We have a Discord where you can hang out, post memes, and we have some watch parties planned. Let's get into it. I'm gonna do something a little more low-key. And just to get started, because I do believe that part of divination is just seeing all the signs, I want to do a little opening and see what I got. Yeah. Nice. The Red Eyes Black Dragon. A ferocious dragon with a deadly attack. I'm getting fire sign energy off this biatch, right? Where my fire signs at, y'all? Alright, let's pull some cards. I'll start with an oracle card. Hope everybody's doing okay today, whether you're catching us live or catching us on the replay. So the overall theme today is going to be honoring oneself. I like that. Let's see quick if I can't just grab this and put it there. We go. I like it. I couldn't see. Don't get too dizzy now. Let's see. Since we're starting off a little bit slower, I will read from the book. Alright, let's bring it on back. There we go. I'm going to do one more oracle. Hello! Welcome to the stream. This is from the Mysteries of Love Oracle. I love it. Alright, let's see. Honoring oneself. Interesting how they have it in the book. There we go. This is a buttercup flower. How cute. Anybody maybe seeing a buttercup on your walk today? The number 18 could also be significant. The buttercup represents honoring oneself, building self-esteem, feeling the sweetness of life, sharing your inner light in a centered way. Buttercup rises delicately from the earth to share with you, dear one, that you are so worthy. This sweet flower has a calm and healing presence that naturally allows self-confidence and self-worth to rise so that others may witness your gorgeous inner light. When you are confident, without the need for external reassurance, you can easily be yourself and relax into your unique nature. Buttercup wishes for you to trust who you are and to share it freely with others. Let what brings you joy build self-esteem. Then, let it be seen by your community and the world. Let the sweetness of what calms you penetrate your heart, mind, and body. You are worthy of being loved, just as you are, for who you are. Hi, Noodle! Are you here to steal the show? Welcome! Okay. And then I do want to pull a sacred symbols oracle. Hi, how are you? Do you have any questions you'd like to ask? Right now I'm just pulling general oracle energies just to get kind of started. But if you have a question or anything you'd like me to pull some cards on, feel free. Thank you for visiting the stream. Alright, let's see what we got. One more shuffle? Yeah. Okay. Growth and divinity. Wasn't that lovely? Thank you! Wow! Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Pleased to meet you too. If you'd like me to pull any cards, just let me know. For now, I'll read the general energy cards that I pull. The first one is growth. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a reading. What is my general future? Okay. I love that. Let's see what the cards say. Alright, let's give it a good old shuffle. I'm going to be pulling cards from it is the Kawaii Tarot, Sweet Days Ahead. I do like to give a general interpretation of the cards, but I also read from the book as well, just because I think each deck has very specific meanings to the cards. So I kind of, and people can kind of get their own interpretation from it, since these are kind of personal readings. Sure. I'm ShayStar, and this is a collab channel where we kind of just, our general goal is to just kind of raise vibrations by having fun. A lot of times we do video game streams, but I've always been obsessed with cards in general, like everything from Yu-Gi-Oh to tarot cards. So I started incorporating tarot into the channel at least once to twice a week. Also dispersed in with Fate streams and various video games. Hi, Pooey. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I like to play Monster Hunter and Apex Legends, and Metal Gear Solid is my favorite game of all time. Let's see. Fate Grand Order is a really popular one on this channel. I also am trying to incorporate other things into my channel. Like I just got a new setup so that I can do like crafting with friends and build gunplas and things like that. Alright. Cassandra Wolf, these are your cards. You got the Page of Swords in reverse. Oops. The Knight of Cups. And the Three of Wands reversed. Okay. The Page of Swords. The Knight of Cups. And the reverse. I mean, right off the bat, what I'm getting is kind of more of an emotional, like your center card is the Knight of Cups, which is a very like youthful, yes, I love Gunpla. I do. My friend gave me some diamond dots. I mean, we got a little bit of everything. So the real purpose of this stream is just to have fun. Dude, don't worry about if you're Terra bad at Apex. I'm Terra bad at Apex. All that matters is that you're having fun. I'm getting, so like sword energy is very like mind-based. And then wands are very passionate. So it's interesting, our maybe emotions are running a little bit high. I'm going to read the Knight of Cups first. Ooh, sometimes this is like a player card, by the way. And the meaning in there is charm, drama, and romance. Ooh, how fun. I'm going to make sure my music's not too loud. I feel like it's... There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, Dragon Dog! Yeah. Go follow Dragon Dog. He rocks. He's joined us on Apex sometimes too. But yeah, never worry about if you're Terra bad at a game. Like sometimes being Terra bad is more fun. Especially when like other players roast you. Okay. The Knight of Cups represents a youthful adult, perhaps college age, who is fiercely loyal to those they love. This card is a dark and mysterious, yet charming and accepting energy. If you receive this card in a spread, it may depict a person, an energy, or yourself at a particular phase in your life. On the positive side, the Knight of Cups is a soulfully loving card. Although intense, the Knight of Cups is a dreamy, sensitive card that values genuine expression from the heart. On the negative side, the Knight of Cups is prone to depression, sometimes making dark but meaningful art. Romantic and emotionally profound, this card may be warning of a time ahead that will be filled with emotional ups and downs. Howdy! How you doing? Thank you for the raid! I hover in plat typically. It's frustrating sometimes. Yeah, I'm planning on... I think my schedule has Apex down for Saturdays. My voice was like completely gone. Like I sounded like a lifetime smoker. So this weekend was kind of scarce on the streams. But I think typically we try to plan for Saturday mornings for Apex, and I do open lobbies. So it's a free-for-all if you want to join and jump in. Yo, I appreciate the raid, Dragon Dog. We need to get on that Apex. I do a lot of astral projection and soul work things like that as well as tarot. And yes, these cards sound like me. That is awesome. I have no idea how to astral project, but I have a friend that I'm pretty sure does it. And I'm like, yo, can I learn how to do that when I'm at work? Get me out of here. Yeah. Apex is planned for Saturdays. I mean, I'm down to do it more. It's not necessarily like I'm trying to make a schedule so at least I have like some kind of structure. But, you know, part of the fun is to just do it whenever. So I'm down if there's like a particular time. And the other thing is too, is if I get off work early enough, it's just this last couple weeks have been crazy. Oh, you're welcome. I can read the meanings of the other cards too. It helps me. I'm still kind of learning this deck anyway. And, I watch a lot of other readers, so sometimes I pick up like interpretations from stuff, but I'm really trying to like get my own, like get into my own stride with this deck because I really like it. The Page of Sword reversed represents a know-it-all, gossip, and haste. Uh-oh. The Page of Swords reverse shows up in a reading when there's an element of snobbery around. Although very smart. Okay, I'm gonna warn you. For some reason, when I call it Throwin Cards, because I don't know what it is, but like I unintentionally throw a lot of shade when I throw tarot, so I don't mean anything. But I also feel like it's really important to do that shadow work and be aware of what kind of things to keep each other in check. So no shade. Plus I like a little bit of like the Page of Swords. I love the Page of Swords. Even when he's kind of being a know-it-all. I love a good know-it-all. Like matter-of-fact people are kind of fun. They make me laugh. Although very smart, when the Page of Swords reverses, the card energy turns into something of an arrogant show-off. This could indicate that you are beginning to bother others with a constant need for validation. You may be asking too many deep questions that seem to challenge needlessly. Is this me about me? Is this me? The Page of Swords reverse can also represent a tendency to rush into commitments and miss deadlines. Okay, maybe I'm throwing shade on myself. Yeet. I feel like the best thing about tarot is, tarot is just a representation of the journey of life. So any card can resonate with anyone. I mean, like, I find I'm always hitting a little home, and that's kind of the point. But to get specific cards, obviously, will have a more direct meaning for the person that the cards are for. So the Three of Wands reversed is an obstacle, bad luck, and unrealistic expectations, which makes sense because you got Mr. Page of Swords in reverse. But a lot of times when I see cards in reverse, to me, that also kind of means that, like, that could be, like, what you need to, or what you're getting rid of, and the upright card is what you need to focus more on. So, like, focus more on emotions and not facts, or, like, how does something make you feel, as opposed to, like, how things look on paper may sound great and look great, and you may be getting that, all that praise, but behind the scenes you could be hurting someone's feelings. And obviously it is important to, like, go for what matters, but who knows if that person's feelings that are getting hurt could be someone who's really beneficial to you. I'm a lot like that too. Ooh, the Reaper. Yes. Oh my God. We should be friends. For real. Can we be best friends? Okay. The Three of Wands reverse shows up in a reading when you have attempted to achieve something, but your effort was tinged with bad luck. Perhaps an unreliable business partner or unrealistic expectations contributed to your setback. Because of the nature of the Three of Wands, there is still an element of great vision. The Three of Wands reverse can also suggest that you have run into an obstacle in trying to achieve your goals. Take a look around at your circumstances. Be sure that you are not trying to make moves that are impractical. Although your ultimate vision is the utmost important, it should match your current state. And the stones you'll have to step up before you get your desired result. I mean, yeah, that would be awesome. Let me just throw the Discord in the chat. That way at least I can have your Discord. I think that'll be the easiest way. I need to make a like tarot part 2 anyway, because it'd be cool if I can just like throw cards for my community. Let's see. User settings. I never remember how to do this. My bad. Does anybody else want a reading? I never much finding my spirit and stuff. How would I find out? Well, I don't know. Well, first of all, Dragon, I would say like meditating helps, but sometimes it's just like what speaks to you, you know, even if it's just like how you chose your username. Do you like really like dragons? Lisa, welcome back. Yes, do you want just general cards or do you have a question? Glad to have you back, Lisa. Yes, let me find my Discord quick so I can throw that in there. Invite people. There we go. Is that? Okay, I think we did it. Your love life? I love talking about love life. You know it. Okay, I think that... Oh, it's not letting me do it. I'll figure it out. Oops, I just killed my chat. My bad. Hang on. Sorry. All right, let's do a general for Lisa's love life. My favorite thing to talk about. But yeah, Dragon, I mean, sometimes it helps to just like get in that like and the thing is I have a really interesting idea of meditation. A lot of people think it's all about like yoga poses and stuff, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think it's important to just get into a position that's comfortable. Like even if it's just laying on your back and putting your feet on the wall, what makes you feel comfortable, and then getting into kind of like that relaxed state, and then what comes to mind, like what kind of things, once you've kind of like cleared your head, what images are coming to your Ooh, that's true. You do have that deep voice. But that could mean something. I never dismiss things that are like assigned to you. Like, you know, obviously you can come into your own and decide what works for you. But I mean, sometimes we're given things for a reason. You know, even just the fact that your voice could be important to you. Yes. Dragon. Okay, we want to know, we're pulling some cards for Lisa's love life. Ooh, and I just split the deck. The rose from the Fool stood out to me. So, I don't know, I take that as a good sign. I love getting flowers. Interesting. The Knight of Wands in reverse. The Ten of Swords in reverse. And the Four of Pentacles in reverse. It's interesting when I get a lot of those reverse cards. I do want to pull a love oracle for you too. But everyone is different. There are so many ways to manipulate energy and work with it that there is no wrong way, right? And that's what's so awesome. Like, energy is just energy. It doesn't necessarily like negative energy can like, you know, just like shadow. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's really odd because this is the card that came out as I was literally about to say shadow work. So, Lisa, can I just say, oh, I didn't post my Discord. Thank you. I do want to say that if you Before you start anything, or no matter what you're in, I definitely would recommend shadow work. Because not only were we just talking about it, but that was the oracle card that came up for you. So, super important. Let's see, invite members, share the link, copy. Sorry, this is taking me a second. Copy URL, there we go. The last time I tried to do this, it just shared like a generic, like Discord link. Let's see if I can get this. Okay. Bam. Yeah. Yeah, I did, Dragon Doc. Oh, you got it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Dragon for the win. I don't know how to do shadow work. I'm thinking of starting to meditate, but other than that, I have no clue. Okay, so, for me, I like to keep a journal or like something to write with me all the time. And if I see if I see something that's like kind of triggering or something that upsets me, I make a point to like write it down. Like if I'm in a bad mood, I try to like focus in on that and try to figure out what exactly is making me feel this way. What is triggering me? And this is just personally for me, is that, when I get a trigger or something, I like, even if I'm not going to unpack at that moment, it's something that I need to sit down and unpack and kind of really like think about, like, why did that hurt my feelings, or how exactly did it make me feel? Did it make me feel sad? Did it make me feel upset? And then I think about, like, is there another time in my life where I felt this way, or have I experienced a situation similar to that? And it's really just sort of unpacking traumas. Like, sometimes they talk about, like, sometimes some things make you feel a certain way and it makes absolutely no sense. And they say that supposedly that could have to do with like a past life or something, like something you've experienced before. And just kind of like working through it, like how to make that, like, just how can it's the point is so that if you experience it again, you don't feel some kind of way. And that could just be a sign that you need to rest. Like, this, can I just say that we have gotten so busy and so, like, go, everything, like, instant gratification, that people feel guilty for just taking a break or, like, not doing anything all day. Obviously, anything in excess is bad for you. Like, if you're freaking spending all week not being productive at all, then yeah, you need to like get your crap together. But I've seen so many times in myself and other people where it's like doing nothing all day is seen as a negative. And sometimes it's okay to just not do anything all day and not make yourself feel guilty for it, or like, what are you accomplishing? Especially when you got social media where everybody's constantly posting their achievements and they're like, oh, this happened, and like everybody's celebrating, which is good, but it can also lead to the fact that sometimes people will compare themselves. Right? Let me be lazy. But we should all be following that example. Like, sometimes you should be lazy. Sometimes it's okay to be lazy. And if you're feeling really lazy, that's where the kind of shadow work comes in, where it's like, okay, what am I avoiding? What am I escaping? It's like, obviously, it's just like anything can be escapism, whether it's like binge watching a TV show or and a lot of people will, or some people like binge social media and they like, it's become acceptable to do that. But oh, God forbid you play a video game all day, so I think a lot of it is just having like a better attitude towards things. Like, your mindset will change so much. Oh my gosh, so much, Dust Devil. Like, you have no idea. That's my problem a lot, is just like getting that paralysis, like the ADHD paralysis, where it's like, it's just, you spend so much time thinking about what you're going to do that you end up not doing anything. And it's so frustrating. There's so much comparison on social media. It's ridiculous. I've been trying to be a little more neutral with my posts as far as just like going outside and taking a picture of a stream or like a video of a stream or water running or something, because there's just so much of like, look how pretty I am, look how awesome I am, look at my boyfriend, look at my girlfriend, look at my children. And it's like, are you enjoying that moment, or are you creating a moment so that you can share with people? Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm going to read the Ten of Swords. You did get the Ten of Swords reversed, which is actually, anytime you get a 10, that's a good card, because like the 10 is like the stage before completion. So it's the end of something. So whatever's going on is about to end. With it being reversed, it shows that there's like a block. So like, something in your life, especially since this revolves to love life, something in your life is trying to end so that a new cycle can begin. And the Ten of Swords reversed represents victim mentality, fear of failure, and rock bottom. But the best part about hitting rock bottom is that a new start. Or like falling down, you can only get up. The Ten of Swords reversed represents a situation that has not ended but is stuck in place for fear of ruin. You are replaying worried scenarios in your mind, making it hard for you to move on and follow through with other things. Consider asking your cards another question, or looking to surrounding cards in your reading for signs of the outcome of your circumstances. A victim mentality often accompanies these feelings. In some readings, the Ten of Swords reverse can represent rock bottom for someone with mental struggles. Fortunately, there's nowhere to go but up, though it will take some work. Kind of what I said. That's true. That's true, Dust Devil. Because, like, you know, we all, it's just so important to, like, hone in on what makes you you, what makes you special, because it's so easy to just like, everybody has the same experience. So like, what's unique about you? Yes, of course, I would love to talk. I'm going to read the cards surrounding, especially since that mentioned, I mean, it pretty much echoed what I said, where you're just kind of at a block for your new beginning. So the cards surrounding it is boasting, greed, and communication. I know the Four of Pentacles is usually the card of the miser, where you're like holding back, whether it's like holding back to an excess. So maybe you need to be a little more reserved, or I guess since it's reversed, maybe you should be a little more proud of yourself. I don't know. Let's read what the meaning is. Getting the reversed Four of Pentacles could be a sign that you've been very flashy with your money, spending more energy than necessary to impress other people. You may be turning people off because they can't get to know the real you. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. During this time, you could feel inadequate, as your possessions define you, while you never seem to have enough. Your solution is not to seek more material comforts. Rather, it is learning to find value in things that don't cost you money. The Four of Pentacles reversed can point to an inflexible lifestyle full of risks that is unsustainable in the long term. Recognize that while you may feel like you must be in control of your life, this inflexibility causes you to spend more on unnecessary luxuries. In reality, this circumstance leaves you with less control. Okay. It's interesting because we were just kind of talking about like the flaunting on social media and stuff. So I mean, I'm going to say right now, just make sure like, obviously it's always important to humble yourselves. And just because you did say it's about love, sometimes it's easy to feel like the relationship was unbalanced. Like, oh my God, I did so much for this person and they still fucked me over. And, you know, that happens, but you also have to realize that sometimes that happens because the other person is feeling inadequate, like they don't have enough to give, and so it ends up becoming like a self-sabotagey type thing. And they might not necessarily mean to be like hurting your feelings or like being cruel, but they've got their own triggers, their own issues, their own insecurities that they're dealing with, and they just, you being you and you being awesome may hurt people's feelings sometimes. So it's really important to like remember the other side, because yeah, it is really easy to just be like, oh, I did everything and they did nothing. And it's like, they might have come into that relationship already feeling like that nothing they can do is ever going to be enough. So like, when you go that route, it's not good for anybody. And it'll put people off, because you may have the love of your life right around you, but they may see you got it all together and they're just like, ugh, I have nothing to offer this person, so I'm not even going to bother. But on like a spiritual level or emotional level, you may be like completely compatible with that person. So it's really important to just like stay humble. Let's do the Knight of Wands in reverse. Knight of Wands is a passionate, fiery. But when he's in reverse, it'll be interesting to see, because, but you know, honestly, with that whole thing, with what I'm saying, I'm getting the same thing, where it's just like, you may have a Knight of Wands right outside your door, like your next door neighbor or something, and he's completely turned off by you because all he can really offer is love, amor. All he can really offer is that passion, is that spark. But, you already got it all going on. Seems like you don't have, he might not feel like he has anything to offer. So just don't overlook, you know, you can have all the money and all the success in the world, but if you don't have that fire, that passion, that love, it's all about balance. You need a little bit of all. You need a little bit of cups, you need a little bit of wands, you need a little bit of swords, and you need a little bit of pentacles. They're all kind of on an axis. Like, you need all of them. Let's do the Knight of Wands really quick. Sorry, I'm probably taking too long on each card, but I love this stuff. It's so fun. Just don't count anybody out. Let things grow. And don't block yourself. Keep a positive mindset. The Knight of Wands reverse is superficiality, restlessness, and hot temper. This knight, when reversed, is cocky and superficial, angry, impatient, and easily irritated by others' actions. If the Knight of Wands reverse shows up in your reading, avoid making any hasty decisions, because you may be lacking the foresight and patience to be successful. Don't do anything you may later regret. So again, it could even be just like, maybe there's this guy who's like a total dick to you, or a girl, sorry, I don't mean to gender. Maybe there's this person that's like a total arrogant butt face to you. You may not even realize that the reason they're projecting that is because that's what they see you as like too big for your britches. So they're just like trying to like puff up to meet your energy, and it's just coming off all wrong. So I say, like, just in the I'm gonna bring up my favorite tarot reader on YouTube, Steve. He always says, be cool. Just be cool. And yeah, the shadow work. Make sure you're doing that shadow work. Make sure you're figuring out what triggers you, and even just try to think of somebody that kind of like irritated you recently, and really unpack why they irritated you. Like, why did that person mess with you? Because sometimes it's the people that mess with us that we need to take the hardest look at. Yeah, thank you for asking. Does anybody else have one? Does anybody else want me to throw some cards? I've got about 30 minutes before I gotta get ready to work, so we can I can probably do some more if anybody else has. I mean, I can also do a second reading for anyone. Otherwise, maybe I'll just throw some cards. I have these, the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, his third chapter of his manga is all about these characters that have like kind of like astral projected spirits called stands, and they all represent major arcana of the tarot. So he made a tarot deck, so I would love to pull one of these cards while we're waiting. I find it funny that the cards always pick up aspects of the astral side of my life. When you did my reading, because it said essentially not to show off too much. In my astral side to life, I recently kind of was showing off my ideas. I do astral projection, like I said. A lot is done subconsciously, so I project subconsciously and live a double life. I feel that. I feel that. So it's easy to get like, you know, like I kind of can be like that too. Not so much with astral projection, but I know in the past I've had a really successful like online life, where I've had like a ton of friends and like a lot of popularity online, but like offline, like in my real life, like nobody knows who I am and thinks I'm a weird little wallflower, like creepy little shy girl, and I'm totally okay with that because I'm like, ha ha ha, little do they know I'm super popular and have lots of friends and everybody thinks I'm cool, and I get to travel all over the United States to meet awesome people and they don't even know, ha 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 ha. And like, but it kind of made my like real life suffer a little bit, and I got a little lost in it. And when things weren't going my way on that side, like, I don't know, it's important to have that balance. It's easy to get a little like full of yourself sometimes when you have like that other like outlet to kind of like help you through those things, and you kind of like forget that you have to like still maintain, because you end up that's where you really affect people, you know, like some people may actually need your help. Ooh, I got the Emperor. And he's kind of a stuffy, look at him, he's so proud. As I'm talking, as I'm boasting, there's the Emperor. And so I guess that's sort of like our general energy to like keep in mind, like, don't become the Burger King. You don't always have to have it your way. It's easy that like in the 5D or the astral realm or the internet, where you can be whatever you want or have whatever you want in your daydreams and be like the savior of the universe. It's easy to escape into all that and then forget that like there is a real world right here in front of you of people that are like struggling just like you are. I try to look at it like, what can I take from that instead of getting too consumed with that? Like almost like, what can you take from that and make it work? Or what can, you know, like what energies can you bring from that to bring to the real world to help other people? Yeah. Sometimes even just like carrying someone else's burden back to where you can fix it all for them and give them something like positive. Helping people. Because it's easy to help yourself. It's not so much helping other people, because you can't control other people. You know, the Emperor is about control. So when I see the Emperor, sometimes it's about like regaining control with yourself, but also like accepting that like you can't control anyone else. Like, and it can be frustrating when you are adept at like controlling your own mind or controlling your own thoughts or controlling the fifth dimension or the dream dimension or wherever you're you know, conducting yourself. You have all that power, and And I guess again, it kind of just goes back to like humbling yourself. Because like there are some depictions of the emperor. One of the ones I really like is the emperor sitting in his throne. And there's people like playing in the background, right? I think that's in the original Rider-Waite, where the emperor is on a throne and there's like his subjects are like having fun in the background. So it's like, yeah, he's the king of the domain, but like he's also sitting alone on his throne while everyone else is having fun. That would be so cool. You should totally do that. I actually have a coworker whose like biggest fear of buying, she's like afraid to buy a home because her worst nightmare is to get a home and find out it's haunted. And I'm like, psh, you can get rid of that. Don't worry about it. I totally think that there's like a market for that kind of thing. And I know the people that are plagued by that kind of stuff would definitely be forever grateful. Alright, let's pull. Let's see. I'm gonna do some sacred symbols. Unless anybody has a question or would like me to pull some cards for them. I love doing this stuff. It's so fun. I like the randomness of it. That's why I like to play Yu-Gi-Oh so much. I got a bunch of new cards today too. For me, it's just like something about cards. It's just like my jam. I love the feeling of like getting a new pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and like busting them open and seeing what you get. There's something about that to me. Like I would rather buy a bunch of random packs than like just buy the cards I need off of, you know, eBay any day, because I just like the randomness of it. I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. These cards are so fun. I'm going to draw one more of the Major Arcana, just because his illustrations are so different. Ooh, look at that. Look who we got. I love him. Death, number 13. And I just have to say, because it is the JoJo's Arcana deck, the death card in JoJo's actually had the ability, Stan's ability was to go into dreams and affect people in their dreams. So, you know, I think it just kind of goes with the whole, like, other realms, bringing things from other realms into the real world. And then, of course, it also symbolizes transformation. So I think I'll just do, if nobody has any questions, I think I'll just throw like 3 more cards, and then I'll probably go get ready for work. Unless anybody has any questions. I love doing this. It's so fun. I'm just going to ask for general energies that the chat might want to know. General information for my chat. General energies for my chat. General fields for my chat. Let's go, yeah. Must split the deck, and I have the sun. Surrounded by... Look at that! Isn't that crazy? We got death again. And The Eight of Wands. How fun. Yeah. I love that. I love the Death card. Especially because in some decks, death is symbolized by a butterfly. Because I like the whole but I love the goth. I mean, scythes, I'm here for it. Scythes are like one of my favorite weapons. Scythes are so fun. Okay, let's read the sun. Awakening, beginnings, and innocence. The sun is your inner light. Come out to play. Warm and radiant, this card represents newfound and youthful yet powerful energy. In many cultures, the sun is ever-abundant provider of all life. The sun never runs out. The sun is a card of bliss and peace, a sign that all will be well. This is one of the purest and happiest cards in the tarot. It represents a childlike outlook, or in some cases, even a pregnancy. After a long, after a long night filled with, wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anya. Appreciate you. Right? Definitely a sign. That's interesting that I pulled the death twice. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. You're so sweet. Okay. After a long night filled with ups and downs, the sun finally rises on the Fool after a hard night. He is awake and ready to revel in the simple blessings of life. He goes forward with joy in his heart. In a reading, this is a sign that everything will go right for you. You'll find yourself feeling freer than usual, maybe even after years of hard times. This card can represent achievement, joy, and success in readings about work. If you were asking about money, this card is a great news of a happy future. Alright, let's read the Death card. Hi, Noodle! Are you here to steal the show? Or are you here to mess with my cards? Which one? Yeah? Okay. Actually, we've opened the Eight of Wands, so I'm going to do that one first. Eight of Wands represents swift movement, busy activity, and change. That's interesting because the Death card represents change and transformation too. So, I mean, like, how positive? Like, I mean, despite me throwing all that shade, I mean, I can't help but think, like, yo, what a good sign. Swift movement, busy activity, and change. The Eight of Wands is the life coming at you fast card. So if you need that rest, make sure to take it. There may soon be a flurry. Oh, you know what? Since we were talking, oh my God, read my name. Okay, Anya date. Is it Gessie? Geki? Geki or Gessie? Anya date Geki? Gessie? Did I say it right? I hope I said it right. Okay. Sorry. Oh, because I wanted to mention that we were just talking about, like, not doing anything or needing rest or just straight up chilling all day. I wanted to mention that make sure never to be too negative about yourself needing rest or, like, not doing all day, because this reminds me of the fact that sometimes our body needs that rest or to not do anything because stuff's about to come at you. Like, so if you're injecting negativity towards that, like, so say you feel super lazy all week and you didn't want to do anything and all you did was, like, comfort stuff, that could mean coming up next week you're about to get a promotion or money or a big opportunity. And if you're, like, injecting all this negativity into yourself, like, oh, I can't believe I did anything. I can't believe, like, all I did was sit around all week, like, oh, look what I didn't accomplish, then you're basically like self-sabotaging for what's about to come. Instead, you could be like, oh, I guess I really needed that rest. This next week's probably going to be big or have a huge opportunity for me. So I'm glad I got all that rest. I'm glad I chilled out. I'm glad I did some things I want to do, because this next week's probably going to be busy and I won't have time to do those things. And you know what? Even that's the perfect attitude to have, because when you get a positive reading like that, claim it. Claim it. Like, claim that reading. But I mean, having the death pulled twice when you said that's your thing, I mean, it probably is. But I mean, a lot of it could apply to anyone. When you get a good positive reading and it resonates and it feels right for you, like, claim that shit, because there's nothing better for yourself than to inject positivity into your future, because then what you will receive back is positivity. Let's see. The Eight of Wands is a positive card relating to career and self-development. This card does not speak of overwhelm, but rather a period of rich with experiences and options. Be ready for an abrupt increase in your pace of life, because this card belongs to your suit of wands. It's all about directed and focused energy. This is a specific kind of activity and may resemble dominoes falling in succession, one after one swift motion. Your goals are currently clear, and you have not been worried about distraction. This concentration will soon pay off. Your current schedule may soon get very busy. Your determined outlook lately has presented you with the best opportunities available right now. The Eight of Wands says there's no waiting, though. It's time to strike while the iron is hot. All things considered, this is a positive card and should be appreciated as a call to buckle down and focus. Hi, DJ Nerd! I hope your stream went well. Thank you for inspiring me to stream today. You really got me in the mood to get going. My voice still wasn't quite back, and I was like, I don't know, maybe I should wait till tomorrow. I already missed my schedule. I don't know. And then I was like, you know what? I feel so much better when I talk to you. I'm like, I'm going for it. And I'm so glad I did. We're going to read one of my favorite cards, the Death card. End, loss, and transition. Death is one of the few cards that can terrify. Does this mean literal death? Death just means an ending, although sometimes it can mean human mortality, but it's more likely to be old objects, ideas, or relationships that have gone. Can I also mention that it can sometimes mean mindsets, like a negative mindset of like self-sabotage or negativity. Like, it's all about transforming and transmuting. Death isn't necessarily a negative card. It could represent the end of the job that isn't right for you. But if the close is bittersweet in this situation, remember that mourning is a natural part of death. Something new is coming. The Fool is reinvigorated, and at last ready to continue his spiritual journey. But that's when they run into death. Death tells them not to fear. A part of you has died, but this is natural. Death clears the old and makes way for a new. Represented by a sickle, death symbolizes the need for us to prune and keep growing. What is new may not replace the loss, but it will give you a reason to carry on. Exactly. All right. I think let's do one more oracle, and then I may actually finish up for the day, unless anybody has a question or would like me to pull cards. It is getting close to time to go to work. So I'm going to do an oracle with the sacred symbols. Excuse me. And I opened it to New Moon and Transformation. Ooh, how exciting. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna shuffle one more. General energies for my chat, for my viewers. What do we got in the cards? Nature spirits. Touch that grass. Touch that. And I was talking about this too, is, you know, remember, if you're into your social media, you know, try to be mindful of what you're posting. Try to be more neutral. I've been really trying to focus on things like taking pictures of nature, and things, rather than trying to capture a moment or an image, or, you know, trying to like keep things neutral so that I'm not putting out like a negative energy. Well, thank you for coming. I'm definitely going to add you on Discord, and I appreciate everyone who came today, everyone who asked questions, and everyone who's been supportive of my channel. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thank you again. This is ShayStar. Goodbye. And yes, send me a friend request.
Isn't it true? A lawsuit is much worse. A person may end up believing in anything. If that human acceptance does so much for you and me, think of what it is when God himself puts his arms around you and says, welcome home, 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 home.